My name is Ghee Wilson. I'm a corporal with the Floyd County Sheriff's Office.
How long have you been doing that?
I've been with the Sheriff's Office since 2002, so about 12 years.
What got you into policing, so to say?
I used to manage one of the local movie theaters here in Rome, and for years I had guys from the Sheriff's Office that worked security for me up at Rome Cinemas. And the company I worked for sold out to the gentleman that owns the movies at Berry Square. So I started looking for a job. These guys were trying to get me to come to work at the Sheriff's Office, and at the time I was like, I don't know anything about being a cop or anything like that. And so like I said, when they sold that company, I needed a job. I was like, well, I'll go put it at the Sheriff's Office. And I just planned on finishing up. I was going to school at Jacksonville State at the time, and I was like, well, I'll just do this until I find, something else. And I ended up enjoying it, and that was 12 years ago.
What's the hardest part about it over the past 12 years? What's been the most difficult for you?
Well, keeping up with, a lot of the changes in the law and stuff. Usually every July they update, different laws and stuff.
What's the most rewarding?
I do a program every year with the Fraternal Order of Police, the Shop with a Cop program, where we pair up police officers with, local children and take them shopping over at Kmart for Christmas presents, whether it be toys or clothing or, anything like that. This will be the 12th year, if I'm not mistaken, I participated in it.
What's the biggest misconception about your job?
My opinion, the biggest misconception is that we're always the bad guys. A lot of times, the only time people see us in action is when we're, throwing the handcuffs on somebody, taking them out, of the house and putting them in jail. I can't tell you how many times I've been out somewhere and had a parent tell their small child, you better behave or, he's going to take you to jail. And that's one thing that drives me up the wall more than anything, because I don't want kids to see myself or any other law enforcement officer out and be scared to go up and talk to them. I mean, that's not what we're here for.
And I understand you have a side job.
I do. I am an adjunct instructor over at Georgia Northwestern Technical College. I teach the criminal justice program over there. Got a lot of great students over there. Some of them have come through the program and got into law enforcement themselves. My teachers from high school, some of them found out that I was doing it, and they were more shocked than I was. And some of them said that they hope I had kids as rambunctious as I was when I was in high school.
You've kind of gotten into investigations a little bit. How has that been for you?
Yeah, I've been doing investigations with the task force since about 2007. Drugs was something that I really thought there was a problem with, and I thought I could help make a difference with. It's very complex work. It's very tedious work. It's very long hours sometimes. A lot of the things people don't understand that we do. Sometimes we may work on a particular case for 2 months. A lot of times they just see us kick in a door and drag people out, and take them to jail, and they don't see that there was a month's worth of surveillance and paperwork, leading up to that, and they don't see the 2 to 3 weeks of paperwork that follow that arrest. So I have a lot of young officers that want to get into that work. They're like, oh, I want to kick doors in and stuff. I'm like, man, just remember, for that 15 minutes, of kicking in the door, you've got 2 weeks worth of paperwork to follow up. Do
Goals in the future?
I would definitely like to stay here in Floyd County. Maybe move up at the Sheriff's Office. I'm still relatively young, so hopefully, I still got a long and fruitful career ahead of me, so I'm looking forward to that.
What is it about Floyd County, after you left school, you decided, I want to move back here, and you've stayed is in the community?
Well, I'm actually originally from Alabama, but all of my family is from Rome. So most of my family is from the Coosa area. My dad was the black sheep that loved to water ski and decided that he wanted to buy a place on the lake when he just got out of high school to water ski, and they ended up building a house there 30-something years ago, and that's where my brother and sister and I were all raised. Like I said, most of my family's from here in Rome in the Coosa area. I enjoy Rome. I enjoy Floyd County. We've got a lot of great industry here. Some good things to do. We got the Rome Braves. I mean, there's some really good stuff to do here in Floyd County.